Good morning, fourth grade. Today for your English paper, you are finding prepositional phrases. And I wanted to practice several of them with you today just to help you find those phrases in this sentence and really get a feel for what they look like. So first of all, I've got our list of prepositions, and it's a very, very long list. I wanted to review those words with you just to help you remember what prepositions are, what words can be used as prepositions. And then I've got the first three sentences from your paper today that we're going to go ahead and go through and find the prepositional phrases inside of them, put parentheses around those prepositional phrases, and then circle the object of the preposition, which, if you remember from yesterday, the object of the preposition is the noun or pronoun that the preposition shows the relationship of it to something in the rest of the sentence. So first of all, let's look at our list of prepositions. And I want you to read them with me, just so you get to hear them and say them out loud as we go through them. So here are the list of prepositions. We've got aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, at, before, behind. So that's our first column. Then we've got below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, by, down, during, except, for, from. Then the third column, in, inside, into, like, near, of, off, on, over, past, since. And the final column, through, throughout, to, toward, under, underneath, until, up, upon, with, within, without. Now, these words can all be used as prepositions. They can also be used as other parts of speech depending on how they're used in the sentence. But if, as we're looking for prepositional phrases, we come across one of these words, we want to make a mental note of that and remember it, because it just might be one of the used as a preposition that we want for that phrase that we're looking for. So let's go through our first sentence up here and just look and see if we can find any of the words from this big long list in that sentence. So we've got, I am glad that I go to a Christian school. So do you see any words from this list in that sentence? I'll give you a moment to look, compare the list to the sentence, and see if you can find any words that are the same. That's right, I see the word to. It's one that I see. Do you see any other words from that list, from this list, in that sentence? Not that I can find. Now, we need to determine whether to is starting a prepositional phrase or being used as some other part of speech in this sentence. So if it's starting a prepositional phrase, there should be a noun or pronoun that comes shortly thereafter that it is relating to the rest of the sentence. So is a noun or pronoun? No. Is Christian a noun or pronoun? Now, it can be used as a noun, but is it being used as a noun here? No, it's being used as an adjective describing school. Is school a noun or pronoun? It is. So does the phrase to a Christian school make sense? It does. School, does it relate to some of the other words in this sentence? That's right, it does. The preposition to is telling us that school is where we go. So it's relating the school to where you're glad that you go. So this is a prepositional phrase. So on your paper, you want to put the parentheses around it. And then they wanted us to circle the object of the preposition. And if you remember, the object of the preposition is the noun or pronoun that comes at the very end of the phrase that the preposition is relating it to the rest of the sentence. So what would we want to circle here? That's right, we want to circle the word school. Now, I don't want to circle the word Christian because that's an adjective describing what kind of school. We just want to circle the word school, that noun that says that our prepositional phrase is ending, and it is the noun that's relating to the rest of this sentence. So we'd circle school. This is very important that we end our prepositional phrase with a noun or pronoun that relates to the rest of the sentence in some way. All right, let's look at the second one. We've got, during the school year, we learn many things about the Bible. Very, very long sentence here. Do you see any words in this sentence that are on this list? So I'll give you a moment to look at that. That's right. There's the word during right here. Do you see any other ones? Aha, the word about. So now let's test and see if either one of these have a prepositional phrase that goes with them. So we're looking for a noun or pronoun that comes after this preposition that it would help to relate to the rest of the sentence. So is the a noun or pronoun? Nope. School. It can be used as a noun because it is a place. Is it a noun in this sentence? No, it's an adjective because it's describing year. Is year a noun or pronoun? Yes, it is. So let's say that our prepositional phrase is during the school year. Does that sound like a pretty good phrase there? It does. Would during relate somehow the year to learning many things about the Bible? It does. It helps us see the relationship that during that year, we learn things. So it's showing that relationship there. So this, I think, is a prepositional phrase. So what word do I want to circle as the object of my preposition? That's right, the word year. Now remember, I don't want to circle school because it's being used as an adjective to describe the year. What kind of year? Now let's look at this word about and test it as well to see if it is a preposition with a prepositional phrase. So we want to start with about. That would be where our prepositional phrase would begin. And let's see if we can find a noun or pronoun to end this prepositional phrase. So is the a noun or pronoun? Nope, it's an adjective. Is Bible a noun or pronoun? It is. It's a noun, it's a thing. So is about the Bible a phrase that would relate to the rest of the sentence? It is. About the Bible is saying what many things we learn. So about is a preposition that starts this phrase, and what is the object of this preposition, or what word ends this phrase? That's right, Bible. So we're going to circle the word Bible. Third sentence for right now. Toward the end of the day, our teacher reads to us. So I'm going to give you a moment to see if you can find any prepositions from this list in this sentence. That's right, I see several. I see toward from over here. I see of from over here. And I see to from right here. So let's see if these are actually prepositional phrases or if they're words that are being used as a different form of speech. So start with toward. We want to see if this is a prepositional phrase. So I'm going to start putting parentheses here. And I want to find a noun or pronoun that ends this prepositional phrase. So as I go through this, I see the word of here, and I'm going to make a guess that if toward is starting a prepositional phrase, it's not going to end after the word of, because of probably is starting its own prepositional phrase. So we want to keep that in mind, that the prepositional phrases don't overlap each other. So keep that in mind as we go through here. So is the a noun or pronoun? Nope, it's another adjective. Is end a noun or pronoun? Yes, it can be used as a noun. Now, toward the end, is that a phrase that relates to the rest of our sentence? It is. Toward the end tells when the teacher reads. So yes, this would be a prepositional phrase. What word would I want to circle then as the object of my preposition toward? That's right, end. Circle end. Now of. Let's see if of is making a prepositional phrase. So I'm going to start my prepositional phrase here. Is the a noun or pronoun? Nope. Is day a noun or pronoun? Yes. So let's see if this is where a prepositional phrase ends. Of the day. Is of the day relate to something about our teacher reads? That's right, it does. It tells when our teacher reads. It's towards the end of the day. So I would circle day as my object of the preposition of. Of is relating the day to when our teacher reads. All right, let's check out our last one. To us. We've got to would be our starting, and because there's no other words in this sentence, we'd say us would have to be where it ends. But is us a noun or pronoun that could end this prepositional phrase? You're right, yes it is. It's a pronoun that could end us. So does to us relate to something about our teacher reads? That's right, it says who our teacher reads to. Here's the big thing with prepositional phrases, class. They can be found anywhere in the sentence. They can be at the very end of the sentence. They can be at the beginning of the sentence. They can be at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the sentence. They can be found anywhere. When you find a prepositional phrase, it usually makes sense on its own, like to a Christian school, about the Bible, to us, of the day, toward the end, during the school year. It makes sense as you read it together, but the big thing that you need to look for is, does it start with a preposition, starting with one of the words from this list? Does it end with a noun or pronoun, like school, year, end, day, us, Bible? And does it relate that word it ends with to the subject and verb of the sentence, like this one does? To us is who the teacher reads to. Toward the end and of the day tell when the teacher reads. During the school year tells when we learn. About the Bible tells what we learn. To a Christian school says what we're glad that we go to. So we want to make sure that it makes sense within the sentence in order for it to be a prepositional phrase. As you work on the rest of your paper today, I know there's quite a few sentences there. Remember, more than one prepositional phrase can be found in each sentence, and they can be found anywhere in the sentence. So make sure you read each sentence carefully to find all of the prepositional phrases. Have fun working on that today.